What is up, you guys? My name is Anton, and I do college football videos with the Miami Hurricanes in focus.
I know gold is not in her. She's a
Now, today I'm going to be bringing you guys updates on Brevin Jordan, the inside scoop on Jaren, what he's doing to win the quarterback job. Also, at the end of this video, we're going to have video film of actual spring practice day 5 today. So stick around to hear all the things of note and not miss any updates. All right, let's hit it. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about, wide receivers. Enos got onto Stubblefield today. The wide receivers are not being lined up where they should be. Push-ups were given out by Stubblefield in amounts of 10 to 15 when things weren't done like they were supposed to. D. Wiggins was the recipient of one of them. He's not catching the ball with 2 hands. He said, down, give me 15, let's go. Peyton was one of them, which you can tell, he's a freshman, so you're going to have some immaturity issues there. So, wide receivers group is getting a healthy dosage of education today, all right? So that's good to hear, though. It's good to hear because some people were worried about, Stubblefield and was he a good hire or not. Look, he's keeping these guys at a high standard. So regardless of how they go, he put a high standard on them. Now, they got to keep blocking, they got to keep catching. So let's hope that, goes to the game field as they work really hard. Now, offensive line, got some updates on that. And y'all saw the thumbnail. What the heck is Nestor Silvera on the front of it? What is he doing? Well, this boy has been a dog in spring practice. He just destroyed, again, it seems to be Tommy Kennedy. And he was up in his face, clapping his hands again. Jaren had to break them up. He even shoved Jaren Williams out of the way, getting after him, which, was talked about before by Baker after that. And we'll get to that later. But the offensive line, they had several snaps that were just completely botched. Butch Bear was on fire, angry at them, like 2 or 3. The defense scooped them up. Scott Patchen was blowing George Brown away. And I know, I said George Brown, he actually had to fill in for John Campbell Jr. because he got rolled up and it's a minor injury, but that's what's going on there. So that's the offensive line. Work's got to be done, but the coaches are on it. So it's good and bad news. Good and bad news. Tight ends, Brevin Jordan. We all wanted to hear. Alert, I know it's kind of annoying, but hey, if you enjoy this video, smash the like button. It really helps me out as a creator. Hit the subscribe button down below and give me your comments on what you think on the topics that are being discussed. Well, we're worried. Was this guy injured? We thought MCL, ACL, or something like that. All right, all it is, he's got a sprained left knee. That's it. He exited practice Tuesday. He was actually seen with a brace and even pads on today, but he was not in practice. He was just doing his own thing. So the injury is not serious. It's going to keep him out only a short time. So great things. Prayers answered. Thankfully, Brevin Jordan is doing just fine. Now, quarterback competition. Y'all want to know what's going on? What is up? Rotation was the same. Jaren 1, Kosi 2, Tate 3. For all those Perry fans, it's not your day today. Perry was absolutely awful today. Probably his worst practice he's had yet, they said, this year. He was missing guys left and right, wide open guys. I mean, there's no coverage, and he's just missing them. So that's kind of where I was high on Perry, and then last year he lost my faith. Now, it wasn't just his fault, but there's some passes that are just way off, and he needs to get in his rhythm, and today he was not on his rhythm. So let's hope he gets back. Look, Enos is the guy. He knows the footwork they need to work on, the exact workouts that they need to get it fixed. So Perry's going to improve regardless, but today was not his day. Jaren was doing pretty well, as is expected, but he had some 2 or 3 routes that he threw to 35 yards pass, and they didn't make their hit targets. Like, they didn't even reach the guy. So he got some tweaking to do. Tate Martell was actually pretty decent today. He doesn't throw a tight spiral like the rest of these guys, but he does pretty well and was hitting them on the target. So, the competition going up, and y'all want to know what's going on with Jaren. How is he winning the job? Just so you guys know, he says he takes 2 hours every single day to study film, and he doesn't just take any kind of film. He takes Enos' offense that ran at Arkansas and Alabama and studies that film specifically to learn the playbook of the best. Very, very impressive. I'm sure the other guys are being students of the game as well, but that's Jaren, and he's really taking it seriously. He says he believes all he's done has led up to this moment. He really wants to win this job, and he's showing some effort there. Linebackers, no big news there, but Zach McLeod has not been actively practicing. His wrist or hand, I guess, is giving him some issues, which is not too worrisome because he has the experience. He knows what to do. And they're kind of switching him out inside linebacker, outside linebacker position. So he's learning the film room. It's okay, but just keep an eye out for that injury. Hopefully he gets better in the offseason. Defensive line, I mean, when Baker was asked about who's raising their level of play, the surprise was he said John Ford. Ford has been really, really impressing, and he said he's been doing stuff he hasn't seen on his film before. So watch out. Maybe Ford gets in the rotation and becomes a starting defensive tackle. Silvera doing his deal. Patrick has been really, really working and holding himself to a very, very high standard. Baker did talk about Silvera and said, look, he's got to be a bit more coachable. He can't go out and fighting people over every single rep. It's not good for the team chemistry and all of that. But it's good to have a ferocious dog animal, but that's something he's talking about. So good and bad there, keep in mind. Running back, we do have some injury-related news there. Asa Martin is out for the rest of spring. His left leg injury. He's going to sit out anyways, but it's a little unfortunate to see this because he would get some really good practice in and work on his skill set best before he goes and becomes a potential starter for Miami in the future. So prayers go out for him. So that's what's going on there. Play action passes, guys. Play action passes are going on. We've seen sightings of them. Alert, watch out. So I don't even think the media's seen the top of clips of Enos' offensive system. The defense keeps talking about, man, it's complex and it's getting us heads on us. Well, we don't know what's going on. So it's great to hear about that. One-on-one drills, we did have some big cane drills. Devon Donaldson went out in that. Him and Corey Gaynor have been some linemen that people have been pretty happy about. O-line, they've been playing pretty solidly. It's just the right tackle, left tackle. We got to figure out. But those experienced guys, are doing very, very well. Guys, that's about it. Before I end this off, I want to give a special shout out to those who have tipped. Thank you guys so much. I know Brett, Sid, Victoria for a very generous donation. Thank you guys so much. If you want to help this channel out, there's a link down below. You can check it out. Click it. Tip me here is what it's called. Anything that goes there helps for channel quality improvements or the Kane score in the back behind me. We got constantly things we're working on always for you guys. I hope I could give you the best quality content. Enjoy this channel. The other thing I'll say, there's also a Patreon link. If you could just click it, check it out. You could, sign up to donate either $5, $20, $50, whatever amount you want. You could, as low as $1. Anything helps. It helps me as a creator know, hey, I have this much to budget this month for the equipment and such like that. It really helps me out. If you click that down below, it really helps me out. Guys, college football is a fun and crazy world. Spring practice, some guys get a beating, some don't. And hey, doesn't matter. It's always all about the you.